Hello and welcome to eRacing GP. We are at the 6th running of the Global Edition. We've actually done over 300 races over the last year during the pandemic. My name's Alex Young, and next to me is my son Alistair Young. So we got 4 rounds of racing, 4 classes of racing today. And Al, what are you looking forward to the most?
Alright, last round of the season if I'm not wrong. We're at a very retro track. It's challenging for all drivers, so it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, we got 4 classes. Here are the leaders so far. Leading the copper class, which is coming up next on the far right, is Yang Ming from Malaysia. And then bronze class to come after that, Axel Nokom, the 9-year-old from Philippines. And then in the silver class, Ung Jun Cheng from Malaysia. And gold class, reigning champion of the gold class, Nakib Aslan is leading that class. So, copper class coming up, and these are the points once you consider drop scores. Abdul Yazik Razak, who's in 3rd, was actually leading, but because Yang Ming Chu missed round 1, Aiman Haikal had 1 low scoring round. They have edged in front at the moment. Brandon Watanabe in 4th from Philippines, and top 5 they're rounded up by the Danish Ahram. Here are the Nations Cup standings. These is across all 4 categories. Malaysia dominating. Normally we see a very close fight between Malaysia and Philippines, but this Global Edition at least, Malaysia has been dominating with Singapore, Australia and Hong Kong rounding out the top 5. And then team standings, Stratos Motorsport having a great Global Edition. They're really winning. Blue Steel in 2nd. FSA Racing, a new team, is up there. And previously 2-time champion Sim Racing Filipinas, they're in 4th. Okay, so we're at Mid-Ohio, and you can see the cars going around now in practice. There is Yang Ming Chu. We're in the Formula Juniors. Kind of tricky cars to drive, aren't they, Al?
Yeah, they are. No aero, super soft, very easy to bomb out. So there's a lot of rises and drops at this track, which are a real struggle for these cars as well. Yang Ming championship leader, fast over more, but Chris Chu in P3. Wow. First time up there in the top 5 in practice, so wow. I'm quite excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to watch. You want to take us through the track?
Sure, so this is Mid-Ohio. As you can see, pretty unusual shape. Turn 1 there, nice and fast. The keyhole of turn 2, very slow. But the interesting section is through 4 to turn 9. Super undulating, lots of drops, very hard to drive, and you'll see a lot of cars spinning through there. Nice and short, 3.6 kilometers and clockwise with 13 corners.
Right, that's awesome. Thank you very much. And we got a lap around the track. Let's go for a lap with Alan Drake Cruz, who'll be coming out in bronze later.
Hello guys, my name is Alan. I'm going to be taking you a lap around Mid-Ohio in a Group 4. This car is quite hard to drive because you could break the transmission easily. And it's very fragile, like an old car would be. So I'm going to be starting the lap from here. In the second final corner, we are in the carousel, but I'm going to take you through that corner later on, through turn 13, into the start finish. When you go to 4th gear, brake here, go to 3rd late, so you'll be forced to trail and then absolutely floor it after that. A little bit slow that they did not hit the apex, but don't mind that. So coming into keyhole, you want to brake in the middle of the 2nd and 3rd to last board. Hit the 2nd gear, make sure you stick close to the apex and hit it. Floor it after that, after the keyhole. Then going into this kink, make sure you hit the apex. Then after that, you go wide immediately so you can have a longer straight. Brake after the 1st board you see. Then you go to 3rd, engine brake to 2nd, nicely. Stay wide, lift into madness. Then you go to 3rd, shift down to 2nd, hit the curb, floor it, into the SS, 3rd gear, lift a little bit. After that, absolutely need to floor it, brake into 2nd, make sure you hit the apex, off cambered corner, really hard to nail. Coming into Thunder Valley, you're gonna be in 4th gear, brake after that 2nd to last board, hit that curb, floor it immediately after that, make sure you hit the apex, press it into 2nd, into carousel, and then floor it into turn 13, hit the curb, go wide, and that's a lap of Mid-Ohio.
Awesome, really awesome. Drake Cruz there doing a great job. Got all the corner names down. Pat, I can never even remember the corner names. Really, really good job. We should have him back more times, I think.
Yeah, that was an awesome lap. Nice and neat and tight as well, and I love the commentary. Great job to him.
Yeah, really, really cool. Wow, okay, we got 4 minutes of practice to go still, so... no, we're in qualifying, sorry. I thought a bit strange there. We are in qualifying now. And going through the middle sector, just taking us through this bit there. This is the tricky part of the track. Always you see cars understeering and oversteering. I mean, what is it that makes this track so difficult, Alistair?
So there are a couple corners in that middle sector where the undulation actually throws out the rear of the car. And that's the hardest thing about this track, I feel. The most important thing today, I don't think it'll be pace. I think the most important thing will have to be consistency. Because it is extremely hard to get this track right 100% of the time.
Right, okay, so anyway, we got Yang Ming crossing the line now. Chris Chu goes quickest. Aiman Haikal goes quickest now, so that's a good lap there. I think Yang Ming Chu there must have had his lap discredited because he's no longer there. Do you want to take us for a lap with Danish Ahram?
Sure, so coming through turn 1, you got to keep the nose down. It's very easy to understeer in these cars. As you come into keyhole, which is turn 2, probably your first overtaking area, you want to be late on the brakes. You want to really carry the speed in because it's longer than you think. It's a slow corner, but it's long. Get a good exit for the longest straight of the track, and at this point in these cars, you're just waiting. You want to be nice and tight for the kink of turn 3, and then you're just looking for the braking zone down to turn 4. It's a really long straight, you'll see a lot of slipstream, and this is going to be the next overtaking zone here, braking at around 300 feet, because in America we are in feet, not meters. Then to turn 4, nice and tight, up into turn 5. Second gear, you want to use up all the road here, and then this section is really tricky. You want to kind of compromise each corner to make the next one better, and you'll see here, there's low rise, very easy to lose the rear. So you see the car moving all around, lift, down the gear. This part of the track is very easy. You'll see the oversteer. There it is. That's the little drop there, and that's where you lose the grip of the rear as well. You'll see a lot of people spinning. Coming to the left now, braking at 100 feet, touching the apex, using all the road in the exit. You want to be braking on the inside of the carousel here to be nice and wide, and then back at the apex for this final bit. Then to the last corner of the track. Not really a corner. You're flat out through here, and that's a lap of mid-Ohio.
Wow,
very tidy lap of Danish Ahram, and he goes P2.
P2, wow, Yang Ming did a great lap there, didn't he?
Very good lap, and look how tight it is for the top 2.
Oh, half a tenth in between them, very close indeed. Let's go right on board with Yang Ming. He's stopped his lap, he knows he's not going to get another chance. Oh, I'm actually surprised. He's got enough time to do another lap, decided not to at the moment. But look at that, Nicky Lim up to P3.
Very good job by Nicky. I mean, we've seen a ton of pace for him recently, haven't we? You know, he's been fighting in the podium positions. Got a penalty last time, which took him down to P5. But I've been really impressed by Nicky. He looks like he's found something. Yeah,
he definitely has. He goes through turn 3. There's that long drag up turn 4. Wow, and he's gone sector in purple in sector 1. Purple in sector 1. Look at the bottom down there. So that's fast as anyone. A good 10th and a half. Wow, could we see Nicky on pole?
I think he'd be very happy with that, actually. He's been a bit unmotivated because he had a tough couple rounds, even though for me he's been doing a lot better. Let's just ride on board with him now, because this seems like a flying lap.
Okay, coming to the end of sector 2. This needs to go purple as well if he wants to stand a chance of getting into pole. No, he's lost some time. It's his fastest sector 2 because he's gone green, but you can see he's 2/10 down through sector 2, so maybe good enough for the front row, but at the moment not quite good enough for pole.
You'll need something special to split the top 2, so it's really tight between them. I think the top 2 found something in that second sector, and Nicky had a flying first sector. No, not quite, still P3, but he does close the gap by a 10th.
Okay, well, he'll be happy with that. P3 at the moment. Let's see if anyone else is out there. John McGregor there finishing a lap. No, he's not going to get a chance to finish this as well. Sharik Sukaiman, he's out on a lap still. So it looks pretty set at the moment. I don't think anyone's going to finish the lap with only 13 seconds left to go. So looking at that, Yang Ming Chu there on pole position. I think this is his 3rd pole position of the season, and let's not forget he's the championship leader, so perfect result for him. Danish Ahram in 2nd, Nicky Lim in 3rd, Aswan Anwar in 4th, John McGregor 5th, Sharik Zukaman in 6th, Aiman Haikal in 7th, Nasrul Ashraf Nasaruddin in 8th, Brandon Watanabe from Philippines in 9th, and then Keith Moe in 10th position. Keith Moe is only, I think, 7 years old. What a great result by the youngster.
What I find a bit interesting, practice, Chris Chu is P2, but he's now sitting in P11, and Yazik Razak, who's a fighter for the championship, is down in 13th position.
Yeah, I mean, Yazik Razak was leading this championship at the midway point of the season. I'm surprised. He shouldn't be that far down. I really expect him to be in the top 5. Just at the key part of the season. This is the last round. He's starting to lose some form. But it's good for Yang Ming. He's there in pole position, and he's looking very good indeed.
Yeah, I mean, Yang Ming just has to keep it clean, doesn't he? He can take a top 5 and build his championship gap. That's what I'd be doing. I wouldn't be wanting to take too many risks. But Mid-Ohio proving difficult in quali, you know, we've seen, again, front runners dropping down the order. Must have been making mistakes through those tricky sectors. Yeah,
like you said, those long corners in Sector 2, that's where you make the lap. Sector 1's almost fairly straightforward, but all those rises and dips in Sector 2 make it very tricky indeed. Anyway, we're coming down on the start now, and we're going to watch Yang Ming as he starts. Will he be able to pull it off? The red lights are on. They are about to go off, and the race will start. And that's it. The race is underway. Yang Ming with a good start there. Leads off the line. You've got Danish Ahram there in 2nd position. But look at 3 wide into turn 1. That's going to suit Yang Ming perfectly. He gets a perfect turn 1, and he just extends the gap through there as the cars all go through that first corner.
Yeah, Nicky looked like he bogged a bit. Oh, sorry, Danish Ahram looked like he bogged down a bit. Blocked off Nicky nicely to fight for that 2nd position. But yeah, Yang Ming will be licking his lips watching everyone behind him fight. He got off to a great start, as we see John McGregor now up to P3 and a spinner in the background.
Oof, I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Aiman Haikal. Oh dear, shame for him. He was comfortably in the top 10, but now he's dropped way down the order. But you're right, great start by John McGregor to get up to P4.
That other spin was Brandon Watanabe, by the way, 4th in the championship and having another rough round.
Oh dear. Shame for Brandon Watanabe. Let's just go back to him, see if he's recovering. Oh, he's all by himself now at the very, very back. Well, still got long to go. If he can get back up to the midfield, maybe he can start the front for race 2.
Let's look at P2. Danish Ahram trying to hunt down Yang Ming. It's a tricky track to overtake, you know, you kind of just have to sit behind and wait. You'll see everyone losing their rear again over that crest, but there aren't that many overtaking spots over here, and if you want to overtake, you got to get really close behind the person. So what you need to do, because it's so tricky to be consistent, is just pile on the pressure and hope the guy in front makes a mistake. I'm curious to see how Yazik Razak's doing. Started in 13th, now in P8, fighting his way up the field. It'll be very important for his championship to have a good round here.
Yes, it will. Aiman Haikal also, let's not forget, he's 2nd in the championship. He's quite far down as well. 21. I think he got involved with that crash with Watanabe at the very beginning. So the championship rivals, Yazik Razak and Haikal, all the way at the back. That's going to be a disaster for them.
Absolutely. Yang Ming, nothing could be going better for him right now. He's 5/10 now, pulling away from Danish Ahram. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. Yeah, as we look off the back of him. Behind, I think we see John McGregor and Nicky Lim fighting. I'm very curious how that's going. Let's ride on board with John McGregor. Yeah, back in the slipstream. He's going to be thinking about it into turn 4, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. If I was him, I'm definitely diving down the inside. Nicky Lim doesn't cover the inside. He's staying on the line, which is not a bad strategy as well, because someone does dive bomb you on the inside. You can just hang around the outside and be on the inside for this corner. So sometimes people choose not to defend into that right-hander, and Nicky Lim did absolutely the right thing.
Absolutely. It's also such a tricky braking zone, I found. It's very easy to snatch a front right and go wide. But yeah, Nicky lit on the brakes and it seemed to work perfectly for him. These top 4 are breaking away from the rest of the field though. 2 seconds off is P5 from John McGregor.
Yeah, John there though, he's just dropped back a bit from Nicky. Nicky's had a good couple of corners. And as just leaving John a little bit there as they go through this tricky sector 2. Now down this right-hander, I do like this track, the way it dips and flows, but these 4 cars have just broken away big style from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, top four seem to be in a class of their own, and you tend to see that on these retro tracks. You know, you got a pack that's a lot quicker and a pack that's really struggling, and it varies. That's why we get the funny qualifying with people going up and down. But yeah, Mid-Ohio, I agree with you. Great track, and it suits the theme of this global edition, which is retro. So props to you for choosing it.
Yeah, so yeah, it's actually, you're right, it's produced a good race. Oh, he's really V'ing this corner, isn't he? He goes in early, goes super wide, but gets on a good exit there. But that extra distance around that corner, I don't think has helped him. And if anything, Nicky Lim just pulled out just a little bit.
Yeah, in these Formula Fords, you do have the grip to kind of hug the corners more rather than V'ing, because they don't really have the power to be anyway. But yeah, Yang Ming now 1 second ahead from P2. He's really doing well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's becoming a bit of a Sebastian Vettel, isn't he? He really does well off the front. When he gets pole position, he drives a good first few laps and runs away. This is the third time we're seeing him doing it now in Global Edition 6. And for the championship contender, championship leader, shall we say, it's perfect. But his Achilles heel, if anything, is the fact that he's not very good with the reverse skid races, and he'll have to be very careful for race 2.
Yeah, I agree with you. For race 2, if he wins this, and that's a big if, because Mid-Ohio's pretty unpredictable, he's just got to be really patient and just take whatever points he can get. There's no point fighting to the front because it's so hard to overtake here.
Yeah, like you said, consistency is key. Hitting those apexes, hitting those braking points, especially in that middle sector. But yeah, Yang, he looks good right now. Let's go back further in the pack, see some of the other action. Abdul Yazik is quite a bit behind, but we've got Nasruddin there, looking to try and latch onto the back of Azul and Anwar. They are quite a bit off the leading quartet. Actually, everyone is quite spaced out. Normally Copper class is very close.
Yeah, I think that just might be Mid-Ohio. It's a tough track, and I wonder we'll see it for bronze as well. As we can see, not quite a move here, but someone's down the inside. Touch of contact there.
Oh, that's Aiman Haikal, second in the championship, trying to make his way back up the field after that first lap incident.
He's in a good position though for a reverse grid, possibly, isn't he?
Yeah, reverse. Well, I'm not sure what I should say, but yeah, reverse grid is top. Yeah, I'm going to say in the top 10 today. So he really needs to try and make sure he's in the top 10 to take advantage of that reverse grid.
Yeah, so he's got to make up 4 positions, and then he'll be safe, and he'll be able to try and claw back some points into race 2. But he's still got a lot of work to do getting past these 2.
Yeah, it's not gone so well for him, but he needs to be calm. This is also part and parcel of racing, you know. You've got to look at the bigger picture here, and you'll never have perfect races all the time. You can sometimes just get super unlucky and get taken out by someone, and it's how you recover from those instances that really define you as a driver. But Haikal doing a good job. I think he was all the way down in 19th after lap 1, so to be almost at the point of getting to the top 10 is a good recovery drive.
Those top 2, those 2 in front of him, sorry, 12th and 13th, Adam Condro fighting very hard to keep that 12th position as he loses it through the last corner, now under attack from Haikal around the outside. Haikal's got the position, he's moved up, and now he's going to be on the back of Dennis for P12.
Yeah, Dennis there, you've got to feel Haikal's just tracking this moment. Let's look from the inside. We saw him outbrake Azad earlier in lap before. Let's see if he can do it now. He is super late on the brakes. Let's see if he can get the good exit, because the exit here is so important, isn't it, Alistair?
Yeah, it's such a long straight. You've got to make sure you got the power early, and he's done it. He's next to him. He's gotten the power really well, and you can see the difference now. Difference of a good and bad exit. You can gain an extra half a car length or even a car length, and he's exactly where he needs to be into this next braking zone.
Ooh, it's going to be close. Yeah, he goes. Oh, he doesn't though. Like we were talking about earlier, this corner is sometimes better to go around the outside. He sweeps around the outside. Oliver Dennis sweeps around the outside, inside for this corner. Great defending there by the Singaporean.
Oh, Nicky Lim's falling down the order as he goes down to P8. I think he must have made a mistake. But yeah, Haikal not late enough on the brakes, unfortunately.
Oh, you're right. Nicky Lim, he's gone down. So he's dropped out of the 3rd position. He wasn't 3rd, must have made a mistake down at 8th. But let's go back to that battle between Haikal and Oliver Dennis, because that's a pretty exciting one.
Yeah, closest one on track so far. He's 2 tenths behind. Ooh, making a move. Not quite. It's tricky these last few corners to get down the inside. It's too narrow and not really a hard enough braking zone. I think he's just got to wait for either the keyhole or again down into turn 4.
Yeah, he'll be also concerned because the cars in front are gapping him quite a bit. That's gonna, you know, this fighting is. Oh, he goes down the inside of Dennis. Nicely done.
Very nicely done.
Would that be enough to keep the position though? Yeah, he's got a good exit out of turn 1 as well. So then Haikal needs to do about catching the 2 cars in front of him. He's got a bit of a gap there. 5 seconds. He's behind the gap for the fight for 10th position.
He's got 6 minutes to do it. We can see he's fast, so let's see how he does. Yang Ming, 4 seconds in the lead. He is absolutely a Sebastian Vettel, isn't he?
Yeah, he's obliterated the field at the moment. He's the only driver in the 36s. Fastest lap of the race as well for Yang Ming. And there's Danish Ahram. Danish was very impressive in the first couple of laps, but just dropping back a bit too much there. John McGregor in 3rd. Aswan Anwar there. He's in 4th position. By himself though, although Abdul Yazid Razak and Nasru are catching up. So that looks like a train of cars that's about to form behind him soon.
Yeah, I think this will provide some good racing as we head into the final 5 minutes now. Final 5 minutes, that means around 3 or 4, around 3 laps more of racing. Yang Ming extending the gap even more to 4.3, but we are interested to see here, top 4 fight. Let's see what everyone can do.
Yazid Razak there, he's 3rd in the championship. He needs, it's not good enough for him, especially when championship leader Yang Ming is winning this race. He really needed to be in the top 3 today, didn't he?
Yeah, it's not where you want to be, especially into the last round. A lap 1 mistake has to be avoided when you're fighting for the championship, you know. It's the easiest way to destroy a championship for me.
Yeah. Okay, just to go a little bit further back, here is Keith Moore, our youngest competitor. I'm not sure how old is he. Is he 7?
7 or 8, I believe.
Yeah,
I think I heard he's turning 8 this year.
So great to see him out there. He's not had a first good half this race, but anyway, let's come back up to, and just behind him there we have Chris Chu. Ooh, he's missing a nose.
Yeah, Chris must have got into a tangle with the wall or another competitor. We actually can see quite a few names that were used to being at the front, at the back now. You know, Watson Abbey, Chris Chu, Keith Moe, Ronaldo Judy. So it's really thrown up the order of Mid-Ohio, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. This is the battle for 10th position in the race and also pole position. Let's not forget top 10 are reversed. Juan Coco at the moment holding on to that position. This is the position that Aiman Haikal needs to get into. You know, he's 2nd in the championship, and the moment he gets some points for 11, but if he can get up to 10th, that'll put him in pole position for the reverse grid race 2.
Yeah, and as we know, that race 2 is going to be important. If he can get onto pole, I'm not sure if Yang Ming can make the difference up the field, because as we've seen before, he really struggles with his racecraft, you know. Way too many incidents, we've seen him spin after even getting into good positions in race 2. So yeah, Aiman really needs to make some moves up into P10.
Okay. Back at the front though, wow, Yang Ming there, 3 minutes to go. I think he's looking pretty comfortable. I think he has it in the bag. I think the podium positions all kind of set really with Danish Ahram and John McGregor. Also gapped out a bit, but what a great drive by Yang Ming there. You know, this will be his 3rd race 1 win of 5 actually. So good on him.
Yeah, super impressive as well, as he's only 12 years old and leading his first championship actually. Razak down the inside, let's see if he can make it. Here we might see the inside working, but no. Yeah, he's got it. Back up into P6, let's see how he can do. He's got 1 second to P5, as we've seen P4 is holding up everyone a little bit, and we'll see a small train start to form.
Yep. Nicky Lim following him through as well. So that's we're watching the battle for 6, 7 and 8. Oh, Nicky Lim there runs wide though. And Nazmi Arafin's coming right back at him as they come through this. Right, they're side by side as they come through this left-hander. Ooh, keeps it around the outside. Nice move by Arafin. And now he's on the inside for this next corner.
Oh,
and Nicky spun. Oh. So Nicky just needs to work a bit on his consistency. He's got the speed now, but just needs to work a bit on his consistency.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. I think he must have just downshifted a bit too early, locking up the rear tyres, and that's what sent him around. But very good by Arfin to defend earlier. You know, he's broke nice and soft and kept around the outside, and that's exactly what he needed to do. As we can see, someone's on the back of P4 actually, 1/10 behind. Let's take a look at that. Nazarul, nice and close. He's going to get the slipstream down to turn 4. What do you think?
I think he's got him. Yeah, he's side by side. Ooh, looks like there's a misshift. Looks like Anwar's had a misshift or something because he just disappeared there.
Yeah, misshift plus a bit wide on the exit, you know, slowing him down. So great move by Nazrul and great to see him get up there into P4. Yazik Razak right behind them as well. These two are slowing each other down, so Razak's going to be licking his lips as he sees it. Maybe we'll see him next lap. I think this is going to be the penultimate lap of the race, and it's heating up now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Let's watch the leader. Will he cross the line? Yeah, he'll cross the line in time. 30 seconds to go. Plenty of time. So there'll be one more lap to go as he goes through the last corner.
Aiman Haikal, 3.7 behind P10, and P10 is Nicky Lim actually, so it's going to be tough for him to catch up to that.
Well, Nicky Lim will have pole position for race 2. Has he won a race before?
No, but he's been on the podium a couple times, but I think he got a penalty for one of them and dropped down to P5.
So there's Anwar. Right now, looks like he's got a bit of a comfortable gap in 6th position. Azmi Arifin in 7th. Sukainan, where's he? He's all over the back of Arifin now. Moving
to the inside. Yeah, I think he's got him. Just got to be a bit late on the brakes.
Oh,
very nice, super late on the brakes. He might get 2 here. He's got on the power nice and early. Oh, 2 in 1 corner, great move.
Wow, that is a good move. So the Malaysian makes P6 his own as they start squabbling behind him.
Side by side.
You know, I think Anwar is not changing up late enough because that's the second straight we've seen him just drop back down the straight.
Yeah, downshifted a bit too early. Again, we've seen that happen in these Formula Fords quite often, or Formula Juniors as they're called on RaceRoom. Yeah, it's one of the weaknesses. You really got to watch out for that, or maybe even take a blip. Yang Ming, leader by 7 seconds. Wow, for Danish Ahram and John McGregor.
Well, John McGregor's going to fancy his chance. He might try a Hail Mary one of the last corners. But, yeah, we have to go back to the leader, though. Woohoo! Championship leader and winner of race 1 here in round 5. Yang Ming Chu. Whoa, he'll be happy with that. I'm not sure if that's enough to clinch the championship, but it's going to be very close indeed. We'll try and have a quick conversation with him. There he is. Hey, okay, so let's talk to him right now. Yang Ming, that's a great result there. Took us to your race.
Wait, what? Sorry, I can't hear. Wait, hang on.
How was the race? How was the race for you?
It was good. I struggled with the first like 3 laps.
Okay, well that's good. Congratulations. Your reverse grid race coming out. You're going to start in 10th position. Good luck for it.
10th. Oh, okay.
And I think that puts Nicky... Whoa, Aiman Haikal actually finished 10th.
Oh, he did it.
Did he? Oh, well, let's look for a confirmation of the results. That'd be great for Haikal if he can get pole position for race 2.
Great recovery drive by Yazik Razak in P5. You know, at one point we saw him in the bottom 20.
Yeah.
So yeah, great job by him as well. You know, staying in the championship fight. John McGregor also showing a change of form from the last couple of rounds where he's been struggling.
Yeah, I think I know what it was. It was Azwan Anwar. Remember, he spun on the last lap, which allowed Haikal to get 10th. And more importantly, pole position for race 2. Just wait a second while we get the confirmation of the results. Is it me or is it taking longer than normal?
Feels like it. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Confirmation of the results. Fastest lap again for Yang Ming, and of course he won the race with pole position. Danish Ahram in 2nd, John McGregor 3rd, Nasruddin and Yazik Razak round out the top 5. Sukainan in 6th, Arifin 7th, Wan Coco 8th, Nicky Lim in 9th, and there you go. Aiman Haikal runs out the top 10 and he will start in pole position for race 2. Okay. Well, it wasn't the usual frenetic races we're used to seeing with Copper. Very much a measured race, I think, from everyone. I think maybe giving Mid-Ohio a bit of respect.
Yeah.
This is eRacing GP. Oh, of course, we have to thank our sponsors. Of course, X-Part, Ross Langer, who makes our brilliant trophies. Of course, when the factories start opening up now, the MCO is over. Edifice Casio, you know, brilliant watches. Motorsport Playground, of course, Life, which make our great shirts. Okay, 25 seconds to go before race 2. Alistair, what are we looking out for?
Race 1 we saw it spaced out more than usual. I wonder if we'll see it this time as well. We've got an interesting reverse grid now with Aiman Haikal on pole after a pretty tough race 1, and championship leader Yang Ming, he's got to show us now or never, no mistakes race 2, and able to fight up a couple positions and get some points. Agreed.
Well, the red lights are on. When they go out, we will start for race 2. We got to go on board Aiman Haikal right now. He is second in the championship, and there we go. The start. Ooh, bad start by Haikal.
Nicky Lim into the lead. Haikal losing 5, 6, 7, 8 positions maybe. He's behind Yang Ming.
Oh.
Contact.
Oh dear, disaster of a start. He's really got to work on his starts. But good job by Nicky Lim, because Nicky Lim right now is leading the race. The Malaysian has never won a race in Copper, like you said, although he's finished second a couple of times.
Nice and neat right now. I think I saw through by John McGregor, Danish Ahram and Yang Ming. They're all fighting at the back there. We can see them. Oh, as we have a spinner. Who's that?
It goes all the way down.
Keith Moe went round, I think.
Oh dear, Keith Moe, there he is. Oh, disaster for the young Malaysian. He didn't have a great race last weekend as well, but he'll just have to find his way back. Oof, Zukainen there, a great move down the inside and up past Azmi Arifin. Two, who's also had a good lap is Yang Ming. There he is, race 1 leader, up to P4.
Yeah,
So,
that's exactly what he needed, up into P4. Great first lap, but he can't do stuff like that. He needs to be a bit patient.
yeah,
Just take a breath.
he needs to be smart here. He can lose the championship, lose the win quite easily here. He just needs to finish the race and make no mistakes. Back at the back though, Keith Moe, there he is, recovering back from that spin on lap 1, turn 2. Shame for the young Malaysian, but he's getting better and better all the time.
Absolutely.
Ooh, Yang Ming there now through on Arifin. Ooh, that almost spins. Arifin there almost spins, but just holds on.
Yeah, Yang Ming's in a really good position here. He's in front of the championship contenders. He's in P3. He's got a gap in front and behind. He's in a safe place. If I was him, I'd just stay in this gap right now. You know, he's got the pace if he wants to pull away. And he can drop back if he wants as well, if he doesn't want to get caught up in a fight ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually. We got to look at. I don't have time really to look at the championship positions, but as far as I know, he might have already wrapped up the championship. But it's going to be close. But like you said, if you're not sure if you've wrapped up the championship, it's best to just hang there in 3rd position, because the last thing you want to do is spin and go to the back of the field.
Yazek Razak on the back of Azmi Arifin. Is he going to make a lunge? He seems a bit far behind. I don't think it's smart. Yeah, pulls back, holds his ground. Yeah, we're seeing a lot closer fight now, aren't we? John McGregor around the outside behind there on Danish Ahram. Take a look at that. Oh, 2 by 2 as they come. John McGregor actually lost a couple positions there. And Danish Ahram's also fighting in P8 with 1 Coco.
Okay, so I've just got confirmation from timekeeping that Yang Ming has won the championship. He did enough in race 1 with the pole position, of course, fastest lap, so he is our new Copper class champion.
Oh, great job by him. Won the youngest on the grid, and props. Great stuff.
So really great to see. You know, it's only just started sipping race a couple of months ago, so great result for Yang Ming. He's our champion. Oh, John McGregor, nice aggressive moves there by the Singaporean as he takes another place.
You can see Yazek Razak fighting up there as well. Might be looking for a move on Azmi Arifin into the keyhole. Spacing out a bit as well here, but at least now in race 2 we've got a bit of a gaggle of cars fighting.
Yeah, good gaggle cars, but it'd be interesting to know what's happening right now, because How did that happen? What happened to Nicky Lim?
P3. Oh, he must have made another mistake like race 1.
Oh dear. Nicky has to do with some more laps, I think. His consistency is just not there. Yang Ming comes from way back. Dive down the inside. Is he going to keep it on the black stuff? No. Just about gets away with that though, doesn't he?
Bit early for a Hail Mary, don't you think?
Yeah, well, maybe he knows he's already won the championship, so he's pretty happy. He can take the risks now he's won the championship.
Yeah. Be nice to finish out on a win for him. I know that's exactly what he's thinking. All that he wants is P1. He's a great racer, and we'll see what happens there.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see that Yang Ming's made a great jump in the racecraft today. Didn't get involved in any incidents in race 2. But how impressive is Ukaina? He's already won a race in Copper Class this season. And we're seeing another mature drive by the Malaysian.
Yeah, he looks nice and calm. You can see by his face cam that he's focused in, he's going into the zone, he's finding his flow, which is very important around Mid-Ohio because of the difficulty of this track. Yeah. And he's keeping Yang Ming, who has a pretty big pace advantage over everyone behind him right now.
So Kainan is from FSA Racing. FSA Racing, brand new to ERGP, and a lot of first-time drivers in sim racing as well. Yeah, it's been very impressive, FSA. Ooh, Yang Ming there with a knock up the back. Oh, there, that's going to get him a penalty, isn't it?
Yeah, just a bit.
That's careless by Yang Ming. Oh, but he lets him through again, so maybe he might escape a penalty.
But now he's pressured by Nicky Lim, who's passed him easily down the straight.
Yeah, Nicky Lim goes through. Looking back from Nicky Lim right now, and yeah. Okay, so Yang Ming there, I think he realised he'd made a mistake, decided to let Sukainan back through, which is the right thing to do, but lost too much momentum, and now Nicky Lim is up to P2.
Yeah, Yazek Razak, as we see Yang Ming fighting with Nicky around the outside, and he's got him.
Ooh, nice move.
Nicky just lost a lot of pace over there. I think he might have got caught up on the curb, and now he's back into P3. Yang Ming wide, Nicky Lim wide, kind of following each other. Let's look back to Yazek Razak, who's fighting for P4 with second in the championship Haikal. Are these two in the fight for P2 in the championship?
Yeah, this could go very close actually, because they're very close on points in P2 and P3 in Copper Class. So yeah, this could be a fight for runner-up in Copper Championship.
Both very close on pace and have had pretty equal results. You know, we've seen these two together quite a lot throughout this championship. John McGregor and Danish Ahram right behind Yazek Razak as well. So these four are the ones that we're going to be watching for the main fight, I think, today in race 2. And
yeah, so Haikal from Gen 2 Motorsport, but Yazek Razak is also another FSA driver. Coming through turn 2 though, looking quite good for Haikal. Good exit there, leaving Razak behind. And like you said, we've got Danish Ahram and John McGregor getting close. Back at the front, ooh, Yang Ming's getting close, isn't he?
Let's see if he'll try it again. He's a bit closer than before. He's gone for it. Looks like he's slowing it down. Oh, maybe a slight lock up on the inside, but yes, he's found that. And oh, contact again. But Yang Ming does have the position. Bit of argy-bargy there, but
yeah, I think he might have just got away with that.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Yang Ming then on for a double win. 7 minutes ago, only halfway through this race, and he's done a great job to come from P10 all the way up into the lead.
Yeah, he's just got to focus on building a gap now, which he knows exactly how to do when he's at the front. Haikal seemed to get a bit squirrely out of there. Everyone's spacing out again slowly, aren't they?
Well, we can always count on John McGregor for a bit of action, can't we?
Yeah.
Very well-known karter, especially in Singapore. Good karter, he and his son Jack.
Speaking of Jack, he's in a great fight with Aiman Haikal down to 15.60.
Oh, we should go to that.
Look at these three. Aiman Haikal around the outside of the final corner. I'm not sure that's where you want to be as he gets shoved out a bit wide. Jack McGregor's going to be looking at the back of Asmi. Possibly down the inside, not quite. Maybe into a move into P2.
This is going to come in couple of tears, isn't it? You got a feeling it's going to be.
This is looking a bit intense. Julie putting a bit of a squeeze on Arfin into the braking zone. I'm not sure if that's what you want to do when everyone's slowing down like that. Jackson get a good exit here. And a double slipstream. We'll see what he can do to P4. Someone's lost momentum up ahead. Who's that? That's Brendan Watanabe.
Yeah, Brendan Watanabe having an up and down day. Mostly down today, unfortunately. I think Jack McGregor's shifting up too early. It's costing him horsepower down the straight.
Arfin really late on the brakes and he loses the position to Jack, I think. Yeah, let's just take a moment to talk about Watanabe, because he was in the championship fight at one point.
Yeah.
But 3 rounds of almost no point scoring just showed the drop off. Maybe not enough time on the sim and getting that practice in, because we have seen those mistakes happen. You know, last round he was in the lead and lost on the final lap.
That's a really good point, because you do need to put in the hours on the sim, right, to be quick.
Yeah, it's like anything. You need time on it to be good. And we've seen the guys at the front look like they put in the most amount of time, and it's paid off and shown that they are leading races and winning.
Sometimes you can tell though, can't you, when the driver's maybe a bit light on practice or if he just needs a bit more experience.
Yeah, I mean, Watanabe is quick. We've seen him be quick. He can do the lap time, but he can't do laps on laps without mistake, and that's the main tell of people not having enough time on the sim. John McGregor went a bit deep, you know, went wide as Danish Ahram back down the inside. These two are going to be fighting all race. John losing a bit of pace down the straight actually, even though he's in the slipstream. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe like Jack, shifting up a bit early and costing him horsepower.
Yeah, it's very important, these underpowered, normally aspirated engines, that you use all the power back, all the way. Don't hit the rev limiter obviously, but you've got to go all the way as close as possible to the rev limiter. Yeah, looking tidy there, but yeah, McGregor and Ahram's been at it all race really, both of them, very, very close. Almost tied together by a piece of string.
I think these two are like fighting each other a bit. We've seen them as well in the past few races do this. We can see Haikal and Razak with their fight continuing on, maybe for P2 in the championship. Lead of the race, Yang-Ming Chu, 1.2 second gap, so again doing a bit of a veto out in the front. And Nicky Lim losing the top 2 a bit, 2.5 seconds behind P3. These top 7 actually showing that they have a bit more pace over the rest of the field. P8 and Condro, 7.5 seconds behind.
John McGregor, they're getting all over the place in the apex of turn 1. Look how much time that's costing.
In these underpowered cars, when you make a mistake, it's very painful. Because you don't have anything to make up for it, so you can't make any mistakes, and that's why you saw such a big difference out of turn 1 down that tiny straight into turn 2.
Aswan Anwar, he was having a good race, wasn't he, until the final lap when he spun. Looks like he's in the slipstream here. Got to change back up just a little bit early again. Will he do the switchback? Oh no, he lifts.
Interesting.
Needs more aggression when attacking. Would go into his report card.
Are you writing everyone a report card?
No.
Maybe we should start doing that.
Yeah, maybe we should start doing that. Gosh. But yeah, he was tightly into the slipstream. Should have looked at the switch back to the inside and just tried a bit of a late break. But maybe decided to be a bit cautious for now. 2 minutes to go though, you know, he can't wait for too long. Not much longer in this race.
Yeah, oh wow, this race is blown past. I wasn't really paying attention to the time. 2 minutes, so that's what, 2 more laps of racing, I believe. I think we're on the 3rd last lap now.
Leaders go through.
Yeah, Anwar's fight seems to be the closest on track, with Nazrul behind him, 5/10. Danish Ahram, John McGregor, close on track as usual. Actually, Ahram closing onto Yazid Razak.
And of course, that battle for second position, right? We've got Aiman Haikal there in P4. That might be enough to hold on to second in the championship. Up to Yazid there in 5th position. I wonder if timekeeping might be able to give us some insight in this.
John McGregor has been liking that Ving turn 2 a lot, but it's not really helping him too much. Every time he does that, he loses more and more time to Danish Ahram. The theory behind being a corner is you go late in the brakes, kind of make up a bit of a different distance, and early on the power so you can get a good exit, but in these underpowered cars it doesn't seem it's making a difference. Danish Ahram 1/10 behind Yazid Razak. Maybe thinking of a move into the last lap of the race.
Yeah, we got one more lap after this. It's a train of cars right now. Look how close that is.
Yeah, these three, you can almost put a blanket over them. I think it's almost 4/10 between them. The other cars like defending into the last corner. John McGregor is going to be thinking, how can I get past these two in this last lap?
Yeah, he's watching these guys, just doing a watching brief. Oh, looking on the inside, turn 1. Oh, is it? Should be easy flat. Or was it a lift?
It's a bit of a break in these cars. Not much grip on them. Yeah, not quite. He's running out of corners now, though. I think there's 2 more opportunities he can use to get past someone.
Watch the 3 of them as they come down to turn 2. Yeah, I'd have to say they're very polite with each other. Oops, and as I say that, McGregor goes and gives him a love tap. Oh no, not good for him, but look how much time he's lost. Oh dear. Yeah, that's it. He's out of that fight, isn't he?
Yeah. Unlucky for John, but he's been really aggressive and great to watch all season. Danish Ahram moving to the outside, not quite. Razak's just going to be defending for his life on this last lap.
Yeah, Ahram's right there, going to the outside for this next right-hander. You're going to try and do the switchback, not able to do it at the moment. I think Razak's going to hold on to this position.
Yeah, good defending by him as well, you know, he's doing exactly what he needs to, just cover the inside a bit more than usual, kind of off-place the guy behind him, and it seems to be working. Although Danish Ahram is very close here, maybe he'll stick it down the inside. Ooh. Touch, squeeze. Razak's wide.
Oh, we have to go back to the front though, because there's our new champion. Oh, he's off track! Off track as he crosses the line. But Yang Ming wins his 2nd race of the day. Most importantly, he wins the Copper Class Championship.
Side by side. Razak just got that on the line. Oof. But yeah, Yang Ming, first double race winner of a round. Great job by him. Started P10 in race 2 all the way up into P1. Yeah, great drive as usual, as Nicky Lim's doing donuts on the pit exit.
Okay, we'll try and talk to Yang Ming now, see if he's able to talk to us. Okay, hey Yang Ming, congratulations, you're our new Copper Class champion.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Well, we can't exactly put you on camera either, because all we see is your ear. But congratulations on the championship. How was that race for you? How was race 2?
I mostly gained a lot of resistance because like 5 people, I think they got caught up in a crash in the first lap, first corner.
Okay, well good. Congratulations for you. Great championship there. You are our Copper Class champion. Thank you. Okay, so there we go with the championship. Well, the results of race 2. Yang Ming there, Sukainan in 2nd position, Nicky Lim 3rd. Aiman Haikal, I think he might have held on to 2nd place in the championship there, with Yazid Razak in 5th, Danish Ahram in 6th. Was that John McGregor in 7th, Adam Contralachis in 8th, Zhuang in 9th, and Jack McGregor. Sorry, Aswan Anwar in 10th, with Jack McGregor 11th. What do you think? It's pretty exciting.
End of the championship, yeah. I mean, people were spread out, but we were expecting that at Mid-Ohio. You know, it's a tough track for these beginners, but great job to everyone. You know, it's been a great fight all season. Yang Ming coming through the championship after missing round 1, which was the real impressive thing. Yeah,
so really good. He'll definitely go up to bronze next year. I feel he's too quick for copper now. We of course have got 4 categories now. There, and as drivers get better, they kind of move up a level. But that's the next Global Edition, Global Edition 7. We are still on Global Edition 6. We are on the final round. We are done with copper. We got bronze, silver, and gold coming up. So stay tuned for after these messages.